heard the Humiliated was a superstar, now they regret everything. Hey, everyone. Before we jump into this amazing story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and stay until the end to see the shocking moment when the truth is finally revealed. You won't believe how things turn around. How it all began. My name is Sophia Miller, and I have spent most of my school years being labeled as the nerd, the outcast, the weird girl that nobody wanted to be around. I wear thick glasses, always have my nose in a book, and rarely talk to anyone unless it's necessary. For the students at Westwood High, that was enough reason to make me the target of cruel jokes and humiliations. But what nobody knew, not even my teachers, was that outside of school, I was someone completely different. I had a huge secret. I was actually one of the most famous teenage singers in the country. Under the stage name Sophie Ray, I had millions of fans, hit songs, and even my own merchandise. However, I chose to keep my real identity hidden because I didn't want fake friends or people treating me differently just because of my fame. At school, I was invisible to most people, except for 3 girls who made it their mission to make my life miserable. Ashley Carter, the queen bee, always dressed in the latest fashion, cruel but charming when she needed to be. Jessica Thompson, Ashley's right hand, always laughing at her jokes and adding her own cruel remarks. Lauren Davis, the 3rd member of the trio, not as creative as Ashley but just as mean. The 6 embarrassing moments they put me through: 1. The lunchroom disaster. One day at lunch, Ashley, Jessica, and Lauren pretended to be nice and invited me to sit at their table. I knew it was suspicious, but a small part of me wanted to believe they weren't always cruel. As soon as I sat down, Ashley accidentally spilled a full tray of spaghetti all over my shirt and hair. The entire cafeteria erupted in laughter as I stood there, covered in sauce. Oops, sorry, nerd. You should really watch where you sit, Ashley smirked. 2. The lost homework. I worked for hours on a complex math assignment, only to arrive at school and find my notebook missing. Later, I saw Jessica laughing as she threw my notebook into a trash can, pages ripped apart. Guess you're not that smart after all, she said. I had to redo everything from scratch in one night. 3. The fake love letter. Lauren came up with a cruel prank and convinced the school's most popular guy, Ethan Carter, to pretend to be interested in me. She slipped a fake love letter into my locker, making me believe someone actually liked me. When I went to meet him after school, Ethan was there, but only to laugh in my face along with the entire cheerleading squad. Did you really think someone like me would go out with a nerd like you, he mocked. For the rigged pep rally. During a school pep rally, the cheerleaders called a few students to participate in a fun game. When they picked me, I felt nervous but excited until I realized what was happening. The game involved popping balloons by sitting on them, but when it was my turn, I discovered my balloon had been filled with whipped cream. The entire gym laughed as I walked off, covered in sticky foam. 5. The cool kids makeover. One day, Ashley and her friends approached me with an offer. We'll give you a makeover and make you look decent for once, they said. I hesitated but agreed, thinking maybe they were changing. Instead, they dyed my hair a horrible neon green, used excessive makeup to make me look like a clown, and then took pictures, posting them online with the caption "Westwood's ugliest glow-up." I cried for hours that night. 6. The locked closet incident. The worst moment happened right before an important chemistry test. Ashley and her group tricked me into the janitor's closet, locked the door, and left me there. I missed the test completely. Later, they laughed, saying, "Guess your perfect grades aren't so perfect now." I had to beg my teacher for a retake. Almost getting caught. There were a few times when my classmates almost discovered my secret identity. Once, a fan of Sophie Ray at school mentioned how my voice sounded just like hers. I quickly faked a terrible singing voice to throw them off. Another time, a video of Sophie Ray without sunglasses leaked, and people said she looked like me. I laughed it off and said, "Yeah, right. If I were her, I wouldn't be here." One day, I accidentally left my backstage pass in my backpack, and Jessica almost found it. I snatched it just in time and said it was just a souvenir from a concert. The big reveal: karma hits back. Everything changed when our school announced that a mystery celebrity would be performing at the homecoming dance. The entire school was excited, especially Ashley and her group. They kept guessing who it might be, never suspecting the truth. The night of the dance, when the DJ finally introduced the performer, I stepped onto the stage. The entire gym froze in shock. The same nerd they had humiliated was standing there in a stunning outfit, holding a microphone. Ashley, Jessica, and Lauren's faces turned pale. I could see their panic as the students started whispering. The very people who bullied me were now speechless. I performed my most famous song, and by the time I finished, everyone was cheering. People who never spoke to me before suddenly wanted to be my friend. But I just smiled and walked past Ashley and her group. "I guess I'm not so invisible anymore, huh?" I said before leaving them standing there, humiliated. Conclusion: sweet revenge without even trying. After that night, things changed. People treated me with respect, but I never let the sudden attention change me. I stayed true to myself, kept my real friends, and never let Ashley and her group bother me again. As for them, well, everyone remembered how they treated me, and now, instead of being admired, they were known as the girls who bullied a superstar. And that was better than any revenge I could have planned. If you love this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below what you think. See you in the next one.